Hello and welcome back to another edition of No Mana No Problem. And today we're taking a look at a deck that I call Memba Me, because we're taking a look at a red-white deck that is centered around Blade Historian. Blade Historian has fallen out of favor since Winota became illegal in Standard, or is rotated out of Standard. And Blade Historian simply reads, attacking creatures you control have double strike. A fantastic finisher in the Winota decks. Basically ended games on the spot when you managed to pull with a Winota. The rest of the deck, we also have another card from the new set called Angel Fire Ignition, which is red and white and 1. It's a sorcery speed. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn, with a flashback cost of 2 red and a white. Angel Fire Ignition is an amazing card for giving you the reach you need against stalled board states, especially against like large red and 7 tokens. It can help punch through those final crucial points of damage. In the rest of the deck, we're loaded with some creatures here. Usher of the Fallen and Fireblade Charger at 1 mana. Usher of the Fallen. Simple 2/1. Bow stability. Creates 1/1 white human warrior creature token. Fireblade Charger. 1 mana. When it dies, it does damage equal to its power to any single target. Intrepid Adversary. The new white mythic from the new set. A human scout, and when Intrepid Adversary enters the battlefield, you may put 1 in a white any number of times. When you pay that cost, you put that many Valor counters on Intrepid Adversary. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each Valor counter that is on Intrepid Adversary. So, again, another way to pump the entire squad. We have, of course, everyone's favorite 2-drop in white, Luminarch Aspirant, the white human cleric that at the beginning of combat puts a +1/+1 counter on any creature we have. Also at 2 mana, we have our Kargan Intimidator, a creature human warrior that has a couple of activated modes. One, that the Intimidator itself can get +1/+1 till end of turn, or a target creature becomes a coward until end of turn, and target warrior gains trample until end of turn. Again, trample text very important in this particular meta. We also have Elite Spellbinder to do a little bit of hand disruption at our 3 mana curve. Also at 3 mana, we have the rare from the new set, Reckless Stormseeker, a creature human werewolf that at the beginning of combat on our turn, target creature we control gets +1/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. So a good threat to sneak in. Also works on the day-night mechanic. On the Nightbound side, it's a +2/+0 Trampler, which we hope to switch over once in a while. Showdown of the Scalds for a little bit of card draw at 4 mana, along with our Blade Historian. Exiles the top 4 cards of our library, and until the end of our next turn, we may play those cards. And whenever we cast a spell on those subsequent turns, we put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature we control. So oftentimes, a Spellbinder will come out. We can play a Showdown, either the turn, not immediately the turn afterwards, because we're hoping to hit a land off of it, but putting counters onto the Spellbinder and then getting a double strike with Blade Historian is usually game over at that point. The mana base, we have the Pathways, full set of the Pathways, 2 Snarls in the deck, and then 7 basic mountains, 9 basic plains, and 2 Den of the Bugbears as our smashing creature land. All right, let's. This is really set up as a best of 1. Try and get up the ladder as quickly as possible. Games are over very fast, and it's just a grinder. Hopefully, accelerate you out of some of the early levels as the season just reset, and we are currently sitting at Platinum, somewhere at the bottom of Platinum. So, also a good time to try a new deck. I'm not a huge Boros player, which is red and white, but let's give it a go and see how we do. Wario looks like they're doing things right. They're ranked above us. This hand is a little too slow, even though we're on the play. We're not doing anything until turn 3. and I'm leaning towards a mulligan on this. I think we will. Okay. This is a little bit better. And turn 1 Charger, turn 2 Intimidator. Do we say hopefully draw some lands, or actually I think we'll keep this and bottom the Blade Historian. Okay. Well, everything's getting portable hold today. Let's see if they want to trade. No, let the exiles come. Now we can play the Intimidator out and immediately have it snagged, or we can let the Fireblade Charger go. We have no turn 3 play. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let them take a shot at that Fireblade Charger if they want to. It's going to be the Aspirant instead. Okay. I can't remember. Do I have any... I have no real... So more white would be better for the Intimidator. Or, sorry, the Intrepid Adversary when we play it eventually. So let's get some more white mana down and take a look at what we're up against. Sentinel can tag the flashback of the Angel Fire Ignition. I think right now we just want to keep the Spellbinder alive, get in a little bit of damage on the next turn, or at least effectively block something. Then again, I don't want them killing my Blade Historian when it comes down. Better maybe to give them the Spellbinder as a target. Yeah, let's make them play either the Sentinel now, so he's got nothing to hit. And we'll stay back on defense so that we can block with the Charger. And then both of these become terrible attacks. Go Fateful Absence on the Spellbinder, perhaps. Mono white is always an incredibly tough matchup here. Okay. And again, just holding it. Wow, that was aggressive. Let's block here and get rid of this Aspirant for sure. So here... I like the Intimidator because it can trade for the Haven. Intrepid Adversary can come down and pump this one time, in which case we're still behind. But yeah, let's get the Intimidator down. We could also just draw a card and play Showdown next turn. See if we hit a land. Now let's put the Intimidator out, at least have some defense. I hope that they don't draw a Portable Hole. We have the ability to pump our Intimidator with +1/+1 to kill the Stolenbinder's Familiar if it gets pumped somehow by the Intrepid Adversary. And it's going to be the Sentinel. And exiling Elite Spellbinder. see if they attack here. They do. I'm actually going to take this trade now and just plump the Intimidator up. Alright, so 2 Sentinels. Not really what I wanted to see here. This is going to just be a straight trade for one of these, which I don't like. If Intimidator comes down, it just gets them out of reach of us. I think that's the only play we have, though. Unless we... You know, we're taking 6 no matter what here. Actually, let's play Stormseeker. The big question is, do we want to trade now? We're going to take 6 on the way back, because we won't block. Maybe they won't block, and they'll realize they have 6 on, but if they do block and we trade, we won't be able to put Ignition on and gain some life back on the next turn. And then we're left with nothing on the board unless we draw a creature. I think we have to stay back here. Terrible. What a draw. Okay, I think we're dead on board. If they power up the Haven, they have 12. Yeah, it's chumping time. So right now 10's coming through. If we go Angel Fire Ignition, we get to 4, gain 8 back. Well, let's not block. We will get our counters to stay on. Okay, I think we're going to... Yeah, let's draw a card first. Okay, and Ignition onto the Historian. Get some life back. As a 4 or 5 now, we're a fairly effective blocker. Intrepid Adversary can pump twice, making this a 5, so we will be in chump mode. And I think we're done. 4, 7, 11. They attack with everything here. Well, mono white, always tough. It just goes to show you in this meta it's hard to splash a second color and make it work. The monocolor strategies are just so strong. But let's give it another go. We're right at the bottom of platinum tier right now anyways, so you know, a loss isn't hurting too bad. We're not falling anywhere down the ladder. Okay, let's shake that first game off. against metal. And all Ren and 7 avatars today. Okay. And we have a great looking opening hand here. Charger into Aspirant. Pumping our Charger up, giving it a little bit more of a removal spell ability. Looks like our opponent might be on a mulligan. I love this guy's just laughing down here. Aspirant. That's a pretty good draw. Snowlands, you know, we're looking at a Blood on the Snow deck, so we're really in a race to get finished here. And I don't want to give them a treasure at this point, so let's just take a look at what we're doing. Lear, there's Blood on the Snow. So there's going to be some fading hopes in our near future. Blood on the Snow is a ways away for them, provided we don't give them a treasure draw. Memory Deluge could be the early problem for us, so let's take that away. And if we are fortunate enough to draw a land, then Blade Historian is going to be able to do some work. And ask and ye shall receive. I think the opponent is in a little bit of a tough position here. And we'll be able to make a treasure, getting them that much closer to Blood on the Snow. But it's still a turn away, and it will probably be too late. Meathead Massacre could be a problem right now on 2. Or 3 even. And this should be a game. Good game. We'll just pump once with the adversary for fun. Yeah, early Charger with an Aspirant, always difficult, and then a Blade Historian right on curve. Couldn't ask much more from the deck. And let's try another one. Blade Historian is still just such a ridiculous card. Vitober. And a little bit of awkward mana at the beginning with a Snarl and no basic. But I suppose we're on the draw, and Stormseeker Historian seems always like a good idea, so let's keep. Very Halloween themed Matt. Play around. Play with fire or shock. Opponent decides to foretell. So we will play our Usher of the Fallen. Iteration. Maybe finding some removal for our Usher of the Fallen. That would be too bad. Mana. So yeah, Shock could take out our Usher of the Fallen, but let's play a Stormseeker. Get it into the 5. Smoldering Egg is here, acting as a wall. We don't want to run headlong into Jawari Disruption, and at the same time this is going to be a quick game, so we could go Stormseeker. And if that's countered, we have an Usher of the Fallen to follow up. So yeah, let's play Stormseeker. It plays around Jawari, and some removal here on the Usher. It's going to be a Fading Hope. On a haste creature, that isn't the saddest thing in the world. Although they are slowing us down sufficiently on our damage raise here that it is scary when you're facing a iteration deck. So we have a couple Ushers now that could help us get really wide, but burn down the house is a reality. So divide by 0, I suppose. Well, let's try. And if we resolve, great. We could maybe boast an Usher. If it's countered, I think we should be through for some damage. There's the counter. And let's give... see if we can resolve Historian on the next turn. Now, a land could mean an Al runs that's foretold. They're only 3 counters away from transforming egg. Very close here. And burn down the house is the play. So let's play Historian. And our double striking Storm Charge Slasher should, well, now, he might be able to assign his damage from the devils on the first strikes. In which case I could be in a lot of trouble here. This could have been a big oops. So this will be enough to kill the Blade Historian if they assign all the damage that way. Okay, this is a very tough block for the game. So yeah, Blade Historian coming off the benches and helping finish that off. Ah, the Davriel bundle. Early adversary, not necessarily great, but we have a turn 1 Usher and Angel Fire Ignition in our hand, so yeah, we'll give it a try. Maybe Ignition on an adversary on turn 3. To swing things in our favor. We'll see what the opponent's playing though. The opponent's on a mull to 5, so I'm assuming a monocolored deck that needed a good draw. Kill this, play our adversary. So it could be blue, oh, we're Azorius colors. Okay, Sunset Revelry, a good reason why Angel Fire Ignition is going to be decent. Okay, let's get in with the adversary. So next turn we could pump the adversary, or we could play Ignition again. Spellbinder changes the play order slightly here. We could be holding up Disruption. Yeah, let's play the Spellbinder and see if they counter it. They might be trying to 2-for-1 again with their Sunset Revelry. Get a card. So it's going to be divide by 0 on the adversary. And Elite Spellbinder will be able to hide whatever they grab with divide by 0. I'm interested to see what the rest of their hand is now, to see why that was what they prioritized. So it's Sciences. Yeah, let's get rid of Devastating Mastery. No attacks. So we'll try and Faithful Mending into something. Oh, it's going to be Sciences. Looking for a white. No? Let's play and pump adversary once. They've drawn into Fading Hope. Now, do I want to trade my Usher for these two 1/1s? Sure. Faithful Mending this time. They've probably got a... If they've picked up another Sunset Revelry, I can imagine a double block coming right now. If not, they're saving it for this. They might have also picked up Devastating Mastery. A couple of lands to the graveyard. We're double blocking. So Sunset Revelry again. Life gain, a couple guys. Suspicious Stowaway. And 2 whites only. Oh, there we go. So, Fading Hope. Yes or no? flashback Angel Recognition now. Let's see if they have it. It's Faithful Mending. And what are we discarding? They're almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6, they'll be able to actually activate Devastating Mastery next turn. If they hold on to a land. Us drawing a creature land would have been nice at this point. It's just the stowaway gets to draw a card every turn. Let's see if he wants to trade it. I'm looking at 14 damage. This is a very tough matchup for Sock coming down. Blocked the wrong one. 2 non-land permanents. Let's take the Spellbinder and one of our adversaries. They have in the hand. Hall of the Storm Giants. So let's play and our Intimidator, which we can have not be blocked. And there you go. So no Blade Historian in this final game, but you can see it's a versatile enough deck that you can have some game. I find them nail biters. I mean, you're really trying to race for some damage points, and your sequencing is very important with this deck. But again, thanks for watching. We recently launched up our website, nomana-noproblem.com. Go take a look. We have all the latest arena codes and stuff on there, little blurbs about us, and links to all of our videos. And we're going to be setting up a Discord chat channel right away. So swing over and say hi. And also take a look for John and I getting together and doing some videos, some co-videos on some drafting and stuff like that, hopefully later this week. And until next time, we'll see you later.